Hello, I'm Blackberry and welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be talking about unsolicited art critiques or unsolicited advice and why artists dislike them the most. If you're willing to listen to my rant, please sit back, grab some berries, and enjoy. For non-artists or people who don't really receive unsolicited critique or advice, you might be asking, what is that? Well, for my definition of it, it is someone who goes out of their way to give non-advice where it is not actually advice, it is just flat out hatred or flat out being disrespectful to said artist instead of helping them improve within their art. If you want a proper definition, I'll tell you right now. From the website verywellmind.com, it says unsolicited advice involves receiving information, advice, input, or suggestions from others you have not requested. This advice is often unwanted and can leave you feeling irritated, shamed, or judged. When someone offers their opinion on what you could have been doing differently, it can feel like criticism. Now that we have a brief understanding of what unsolicited criticism or unsolicited advice is, you can understand where I stand on how I hate it or how artists hate it. Unsolicited advice is usually coming from people that aren't actually giving criticism or aren't actually doing what they said they're doing. An example of people doing this is the art community on TikTok. They are the biggest culprit of giving unsolicited advice or unsolicited opinions or unsolicited criticism. One of the biggest examples that happened is when they bullied this very young artist for an art style. Their eyes were very high on the top of their head. I have discussed this on my channel, the art lore thing. And instead of actually giving them said advice, they bullied this person so bad and gave them like death threats and stuff like that, instead of actually giving them advice on how to improve their anatomy. These people went out of their way to criticize someone's art because it is not traditionally looking atomically right, even though art isn't a subjective thing. I'm not saying that you're not able to give your opinions or criticism about things, but at the end of the day, if no one asks you to give that said opinion about their said thing, do not give it to them. No one cares if you're trying to help them. No one cares if you want them to be better in the future. They don't want to hear it. Do not force it upon them. This also can be said about Twitter. Twitter is, we all know, a hellhole. No one likes Twitter. No one likes the people on there. But at the end of the day, these people will go out their way and bully an artist for not having a traditional type of artwork or something that is way too atomically not correct. And instead of actually giving them said advice, they will bully them off their platform. And when I talk about criticism, I don't mean when people are being nice and saying, hey, maybe you should do this instead of that. It's more like, this shit look awful. Kill yourself. That's what I'm talking about. People that go out of their way to act like that. At the same time, I'm also saying that I am not talking about actual art critiques that went to like school for that stuff. That is an actual job. I'm talking about people that are under random comic session or under random posts and stuff like that, going out of their way, acting disrespectful and irritating towards said creator for no apparent reason. And my thing to rebut to that is like, nigga, who asked? I didn't ask. I don't care. Don't come under my comic session being rude or disrespectful or telling me that my art look like this or my art look like that. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't listen to criticism. If you ask for it, you definitely should listen to it. But I am not. I'm cool with my art, and if I want to improve in the set future in doing this and that, I will do it and then ask for criticism. But if you come under my post when I am not asking for that stuff, that is where I have an issue. Bitch, I don't care. If I wanted an opinion, I would have asked for it. And I'm also not talking about people on YouTube that go out of their way to ask the YouTuber to critique their art and stuff like that. That's fine. That's literally what you asked for them to criticize you. So there's no holding back with that one. I don't really care about that. I'm just talking about the people that are under in the comment section being rude and disrespectful. You might be thinking, damn, that's fucking rude. Aren't you being a little rude to them? That's the thing. They've been rude to me first. I have every right to disrespect them back or not wanting to tolerate their disrespect in the first place towards them if they are going out of their way to just hate on me for no reason. Not like I really receive bad comments because one, I don't get a lot of views, and two, I don't get a lot of views on my Insta either. But it's the fact that I see other creators that get these types of comments, and when people call the person that comment their thing out, they want to get all defensive, like, oh my god, it's just criticism. Why are you acting so insane? It's not acting insane. You were just an asshole to them for no reason. I feel like it's like these people think their criticism is all high and mighty. Oh yes, yes, master. Let me get on my knees and suck your dicks for your criticism. Thank you so much for giving me this boring, unsolicited criticism that I love so much. Yes, sir. And the fact that these dickheads also have the biggest ego known to man. I've never seen someone have a bigger ego than someone that gives unsolicited advice to, especially a child, especially when they put them down to make themselves feel better. That is pathetic. You are worthless. Your mother should have aborted you. At the end of the day, do not go out your way to harass or criticize artists if they simply did not ask for it. It is very rude and very disrespectful towards them and towards anyone if you do some type of bullshit like that. Simple as that. The fact that you are also stunting their growth, and also you don't know if they're just trying out something new. Shut your fucking mouth. Close your mouth. You don't gotta say everything all the time. No one cares. No one asks. Go to your mom. Piss your pants. Shit yourself. Cry me a river. Goodbye. I really like the way this came out. The colors are very pretty, and with someone who don't have a lot of talent when it comes to watercolor, it's not half bad. If you want to see more of my art, please like, subscribe, comment down below to see what you want me to do in the future, and have a lovely day filled with dozens of berries.